you how to do the extra cleaning or the detail of the Mystic booth and room. First thing we're going to want to do is detail inside the Mystic booth. The reason we're going to do that is because you're going to get some water when you're spraying inside. It's going to come outside. So let's go ahead and take care of that, and then we can focus on cleaning the outside of the room. You're going to come back here and grab your hose. You're going to want to make sure you do this really carefully. There's a lot of tubes, there's a lot of jugs. We don't want to rip any of that out, so we want to make sure our hose is not tangled up in anything. This one is really nice and accessible, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it. I'm going to grab it and bring it around. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to spray down the entire booth. I'm going to spray from the top down so that all of the solution comes down the sides of the walls. I'm going to make sure I really don't spray too much in the nozzle area, as well as the filter area in the back and the filter area at the front. We don't want to spray in there or get any water excess in there. We can spray around it, but just not in there. I'm also going to make sure I pay attention when I'm spraying with my Stream, which is the small, fine spray, in all of the corners and the bottoms. That's where a lot of the Mystic solution likes to build up. It gets especially goobery and will start growing this funky stuff. So we're going to make sure we spray the hard spray down there. So let me show you. Underneath here is really clean, so you're going to want to make sure you pull this up. If there's a lot of buildup, you can go ahead and just try to spray it off with a spray. If that doesn't work, then you're going to want to grab a towel and you're going to want to spray that. To finish cleaning the inside, what we need to do then is take our mat, we're going to fold it up, throw it inside, and spray it down really well. Then what we need to do is squeegee everything. We don't want to leave the water sitting there overnight. It's going to make calcium deposits on everything, and then it's even harder and takes a lot more time and chemicals to go ahead and clean it. So now that it's all sprayed down, we'll go ahead and squeegee it. You can leave the mat in there overnight and that can stay wet, but all the walls and the ceiling need to be squeegeed off. So once I have that done, then I'm going to go ahead and put my hose back. Again, you want to make sure you do it very carefully. We don't want to hit the handle on anything because then it could be left and be spraying all night long, so that would be bad. So we're going to go ahead and hang it up really nicely on our hook. Alright, once everything's tucked back in there, you can just go ahead, shut the door, and now you're ready to clean the outside of the room. To clean the outside of the room, you really shouldn't need anything else besides some hot water. If you don't have access to hot water, you can use a degreaser like Mean Green or 409. That would be acceptable. But if it's cleaned often enough and well enough each time, then you shouldn't need anything else besides water. So I went ahead and I filled up this tub right here with the water, and it's nice and toasty. I'm going to go ahead and get my rag wet. I'm going to squeeze it out pretty good, but not too much. And I'm going to start wiping down the walls. With tall walls like this, you're going to need a chair. So go ahead, get on your chair, wipe the walls down. You're going to want to start at the top and then work your way down. If you pull away and the rag has some brown stuff coming off from the Mystic, you're going to want to rinse it off again and wipe it down again. Keep wiping until your rag comes clean and there's no Mystic solution. You might end up changing your water 2 or 3 times because it gets so dirty. This happens especially when the Mystic is very busy. Holiday weekends, when people have weddings coming up, it gets used often, and then unfortunately it kind of comes out into the room. So you want to make sure you wipe that down. When you're wiping down the walls from top to bottom, you're going to wipe down anything else that's on the wall or in your way. So the faucet gets detailed each night, the shelving on all these little parts get detailed, the outlet tops and fronts, the cords get wiped down, timers. Everything here is going to get Mystic solution on it, so you're going to make sure you wipe it down. You're also going to want to make sure you wipe down the doors. All of these little areas catch Mystic solution on the front and the back, so you're going to want to make sure you wipe that down as well. And then you're also going to wipe down the chairs and the chair rail. There's a lot of different parts to the chairs, so you're going to make sure you take your wet rag, wipe down all of this metal trim in the corners. And then also underneath in the back, there's another little bar as well. You want to make sure you clean that off so that doesn't catch up on any Mystic solution. So now the last thing to do is the floor. The floor will probably be the most time consuming because it's the biggest. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna take your wet rag and you're gonna wanna clean everything. So clean the ledge, clean the corners, and then clean the tile. If the grout is especially dirty, you're gonna make sure you take your brush and scrub those areas well. And again, this might be a point where you're gonna have to change your water a few times if it is especially dirty. So once you're done wiping everything down, then you're gonna take your dryer towel, dry off all these areas. If it comes back and your towel is white and it's clean, it doesn't have any Mystic solution, like this is really clean, then you're done cleaning the floors. If it comes back and there's brown stuff still on here, you're gonna again take your wet towel, make sure it's really nice and clean, clean water, clean rag. You're gonna wipe everything down again and then dry it off to make sure it's completely clean. Again, make sure that you focus getting the tops, the sides of the baseboards, and all the way into the corners. We don't wanna just focus on these outside areas. We wanna get everything